Oh, I'm nearly there. Oh, why do I have to watch this film? I do not know. I watched The Salt Path on the 3rd of June. So this will probably officially come out later on in the month or next year or something. I don't know. But this actually came out on the 30th of May, so I'm watching this quite late. Not late, but you know what I mean, on time, because it's going to disappear soon later on, if that makes sense. So anyway, I loved the aesthetic of this film, the how British it is, and how well British it is. Or yeah, I watched when I watch films, I feel like this is not that bad. It just took forever. And if you're in another country or you're not into much meh films, this is not a film for you. But if you're living over here, you probably recognise it's a common theme on British terms or American terms or whatever terms, because some American films and British films and Canadian films and I don't know, Korean films, they put random films out on their countries. And that's with me, with our country is British, so Britain, UK, and they have UK films that are not popular. So that's what they do, they just make random films. And this is The Salt Path, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies, they and gentlemen, or whatever. But yeah, what do you think? I personally feel like it took forever. And I mean forever. I can't stand when I watch a film and it takes longer than I think it is. And I thought it was going to be 2 hours, not 3 hours or something like that. And yeah, I'm actually recording this at 5:36 in the afternoon or something like that, you know, and reviewing it, by the way. I came home around 17 something. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Gillian Anderson, did good, and Jason Isaacs did good with the characters. I didn't see much sex scenes or drug scenes or something, so I don't know why it was called a QA 12A. So no idea what about that. When I watch a film, I recommend reading the book or talk about it first before you watch it, because that's what I recommend, because I didn't do that. I didn't read the book. I didn't know what it was all about. What I do with films, I read the description first, see if it's okay to watch and review. That's for me with the Bones and All film that I reviewed years ago. And yeah, so they come on different sort of, they have backclashes, you know what I mean? They have backstories of, oh, they had to sell the house or something like that because they're in debt or something. Or, I don't know, he's got cancer or something. I don't know. They put we flash some scenes from earlier when they're on the path walking around miles and miles and miles around Somerset to whatever around the coast. So that's all I got. It's so boring. And if you like boring films, this is the film for you. If you're not into boring films, don't watch it. But I worth it you watching it anyway, just in case you might be interested into this sort of boring-ish film. But it's not a boring film like, I don't know, whatever films I might be talking about in the past. But it's not interesting at the same time. Okay, it's interesting because they talk about their lives, they talk about their lives in a tent, and then they go and get a different tent and they get poorer and poorer and poorer and stuff like that. So they do different sort of things with this film. But yeah, I got nothing, because I feel like this film, my reaction to or my thoughts on or whatever this is going to be, I'm not sure. Watching films like this is worth watching, but at the same time it's not. It's really boring. But okay, it's not boring, but it's not interesting at the same time. Not like Leland Stitch standards, but just, and I think I'm getting to the point of not doing reviews of films anymore, because I can do reviews of anything, but I can't do reviews about films anymore because I haven't got the niche to do it. I haven't got the technique to do it. Let alone niche, but I said niche because I was stupid. But yeah, so watching films like this, I want to watch more. I wish there was a more backstory to films like this, but no. So, what do you think? Put in the comments down below, and I probably see you in the next review video. And this is not June time. While you're watching this, I know you're watching this in August or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna put my chair down because you can't see me. So I like watching films with Gillian Anderson, shows with Gillian Anderson and Jason Isaacs. I'm not a fan of theirs, but I don't mind watching films with them. There is Sex Education, there's Harry Potter, there's The X-Files, there's, sort of sad to say, Peter Pan. I don't know. I'm just picking films that they're in that I slightly know about. All the films I know about them in it. So, lucky enough, I gradually watched it because this is a Tuesday for me, and I had to be at work, or I have to be somewhere else. Not this sort of YouTube work, but another work. I know it's scary, isn't it? You had to work somewhere else that isn't YouTube. How scary. No, I'm just saying that it's really hard to watch films like this because it's only come out in a week or 2 weeks, and that's it. And that's quite worrying for me because I don't mind watching films like this, and it's fascinating to watch, even though I said it's boring. At the end of the day, deeply, I am fascinated by it because it's life for you. You heard a noise down there. It's a computer. It doesn't shut up. I know I got a computer. I'm poor. So yeah, I don't know why, but I'm lucky enough to watch this today. Well, when I'm watching this, not now, but before today. So today I was watching a film, come home, review it. That's what I mean. Anyway, so I liked Gillian Anderson. I think she's a good actress or actor or whatever. Jason Isaacs, I'm not sure about because I don't watch much films with him. But I know her from Sex Education. I know of that she's in the X-Files and stuff like that. So I haven't watched the X-Files. I know it's on. I wish it was on BBC whatever or some kind of American channel. But now it's on Channel 4 now. Well, where I live anyway. Well, I say live because I'm in the UK. So yeah. I don't know why there's a chair there, but never mind. This is just a random chair I got, okay? It's nothing to do with you guys. It's just I got a chair in the background. I'm so sorry. In the future, I will, just as a side note, I will do proper effects and proper studio than this. I know that it's just terrible, but I'm poor, okay? So don't put that in mind. So yeah, I will do more Juno Jaws stuff and stuff like that in the future. When I say future, I mean in the past, because you've gone past that, didn't you? So I'm doing this in a moment, doing stuff after work and after work and after work, doing stuff. And one of the stuff is doing more Juno Jaws because I didn't do it in May time, so I had to do it in June time. How scary. So that's what I'm doing as well. So this is one of the most whatever videos I'm doing in June because it's not really important, but it's important, but it's not important about reviewing this film. Not the film itself, but the reviewing the film, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I like the aesthetic, I like the storyline, I like the acting. I didn't know what was this thing about the girl who was following with them and then gone back to see her grandmother or something. Or the fact that her husband or boyfriend or whatever is being abusive, and that's it, slightly. I saying slightly because it's quite tame, but it's, yeah. So this is the 12A, and so there's not much films that I know that have with 12A ratings that have abusement and neglect stuff and stuff like that. But it's quite tame, so you don't really notice it. You notice it, but you don't really notice it, if that makes sense. So that's all I got with that, and that was later on. But yeah, what I don't know why is it's so long. It's not okay. It's not that boring than I thought it would be, but it's long, and sad to say, I want to say it's more boring, but it's not. It's quite, yeah, whatever, meh. Yeah, but whatever you think, put in the comments down below. I like talking to you lot, but sad to say, I need to do more important things than this. So, yeah, thank you much for watching. If I didn't put more in the video, probably because I haven't got much in here. Not because I'm thick, I'm not. I'm just don't know what else to say. So for 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 not that long video, thankfully, because some people get annoyed by having long reviews. It's not a bad film. It's not a bad thing for me. Film. It's not a bad thing that I'm only having 12 or 11 minutes so far, thankfully, or 10 minutes or whatever. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.